Chapter 3. Crash. Grandma reaches for my shoulders and presses me to brake the impact. The car screeches to a halt in a cloud of dust. My body jolts forward then back again as the seatbelt catches me. For a moment we all just sit there. I know exactly what's flashing through our minds. Images of Mum. A sharp pain fills my head, not because I hurt, because the memories are filling it. I rub my palm against my forehead and wait for the wave of wooziness to pass. "Everyone all right?" asked Dad, turning. I nod, but my ears ring and my fingers tingle. The second thing I've been scared of since Mum died is driving. "Yes," says Grandma, rubbing her chest. "What is it?" I ask, peering at the mound in the middle of the road. "A kangaroo," says Dad. "Someone must have hit the poor thing earlier." He glances back at me. "We should move it out of the way so no one else gets hurt," I say. Dad nods. "Help me?" Grandma opens the door and I drop to the tarmac, landing on shaky legs. The kangaroo is lit up by the headlights. It's still, and dark blood coats its nose. Flies rest on the corner of its open eyes. I want to close them. I walk towards the kangaroo, place my hand on its chest and feel its rough, bristly hair. There's no breath, no heartbeat, no life. I slide my palm down its side, and the kangaroo's skin gets warmer. I press gently on its stomach and feel the tiny pulse of a heart beating too fast. "He's still alive," I shout. Dad races over and kneels next to me. "No, it's too late for the Mum," he says. "But look." He pulls the kangaroo's pouch open. A rush of heat hits my face along with the smell of sour milk. A baby Joey stares up at us through big eyelashes. Its pointy ears look too big for its head. I reach down and it breathes through its nostrils onto my hand. "Luckily it's big enough to have fur," says Dad. "It should survive out of the pouch." "Let me see," says Grandma, kneeling next to us. "We can't leave it here," I say softly. "Please, Dad." Dad hesitates and glances around us. "We'll find an animal centre on the way," he replies. Dad tries not to show it, but he loves animals as much as I do. He rummages in the car and returns with a knife from his Outback emergency box and an emptied tote bag. Kneeling beside the kangaroo, he says, "I'm going to have to cut the pouch to get it out." Grandma reaches for my hand as Dad carefully pierces the skin around the pouch, slicing through the flesh until it's separated from the mother kangaroo. I wince. "Please be okay, please be okay," repeats in my head. Dad leaves the Joey suckling on the teat and cuts that off from the mother too. Dad slides the Joey into the bag. He's about a foot long, with an equally long tail. Blood stains the material a dark red. Grandma tucks the bag under her clothes to keep the Joey warm with her body heat. She secures it using her shawl with a sling. When she pulls her coat closed at the front, you wouldn't even know there was a Joey inside. Dad glances around us again. "We need to get out of here," he says. We drag the kangaroo to the side of the road before squeezing it into the ute and setting off again. "Can I hold her?" I ask. Grandma shakes her head. "Not yet. We need to keep the little one as calm as possible." Polly sniffs Grandma's coat. "Lie down," I say, commanding Polly to stay by my feet, even though she'd never hurt anything. "We'll find a vet or something to take her to when we reach Perth," says Dad. We drive all night through the great sandy desert on long roads that stretch for miles. "You should take a break," says Grandma to Dad eventually. "Get some sleep. We're far away now. They won't find us." He sighs and nods, and we pull over onto the side of the road. I try to stay awake. The third thing I've been afraid of since Mum died is going to sleep. I'm scared I'll never wake up again. Usually I stay up and read until I'm so exhausted that I can't help falling asleep. But I don't have my book now. I sing songs quietly to myself instead. In the end, the tiredness takes over and I drift in and out of sleep until the sun is up and we're driving again, going through red sands under a deep blue sky. We pass giant termite mounds and huge rocks made from layers of sandstone, each layer a different shade of orange. The air above the tarmac road shimmers from the heat. Dad passes me a strip of paper. I stare at it. 3 tickets for a cruise? We're travelling by boat, I ask, startled. I thought it would be fun to try something different, he says with a brief grin. It'll be nice for Polly to travel this way too. Grandma leans over to me. I think Dad's been kind to his old Mum. I'd forgotten that Grandma's scared of flying. I stare at the tickets in my hand. I've never been on a boat before in my life. I look at Dad's strained face and wonder what else he's hiding.